Okay, now should we... Harrison Gamble swings it up to Headley up top. Tries to find Gamble back. Headley now back again with it, drives to the lane, strong take. Pass on the baseline is picked off. Trailblazers going the other way. We also apologize for the brief technical difficulties, but we are here now and we are good. So thank you for everybody that's tuning in today. We got a good matchup here today. We hope you not only enjoy the game, but the broadcast as well. With that being said, it is now the Trailblazers with the ball. Aggressive drive towards the lane, stripped by Kanu Gudza. He is now going the other way with it, finds Harrison Gamble, swings over to Ndoku. Bielik now with the touch, finds a cutting Ndoku, left-handed layup is good. Beautiful action there for the Riders. They start off 4-0. Defense intensity has been great for them so far, and it's definitely something they're going to need to keep up. Bank shot, no good. Fight for the rebound. Going to stay in the Trailblazers' hands. So that shot was taken by Raheem May Thompson. Trailblazers not able to get Malcolm Smith or Bruggerman involved just yet. Those are the two main options, both combining for around 55 points a game. Jonas Dietrich lets that one fly. Riders finally secure an offensive board as Headley goes the other way. Harrison swings over to Ndoku, lets a three go, rattles in and out. That one was about halfway down. Headley now playing some defense on the low block. Trailblazers cannot get one to fall. Harrison Gamble now with the rock, swings it over to Headley. Headley gives Ndoku a touch, tries to exploit the mismatch. That he does and gets a nice left-handed layup. So Ndoku is fresh off of a BBL experience with the Leicester Riders. Got some very important minutes last game, so good to see that they put some trust in him and he performed well. He's competing once again today. Trailblazers passing up some looks on the perimeter. They look to get the ball inside. Offense not flowing for them yet. 3 minutes into the game, still not a bucket. Kanu Gudza drives the lane, kicks it out to Bielik in the corner, who is fouled on his three-pointer attempt. He's going to go to the line and shoot three. If you're a coach there, you never want to foul a three-point shooter. So Trailblazers not happy with that one, but I'm sure Bielik, who is a shooter, is going to be more than happy to get to the line. I've always thought that if you're a shooter, one of the first things you want to do is be able to get to the free throw line early, watch a couple go through the hoop, and that gives a shooter the confidence he needs for the rest of the game as Bielik makes his first. Second one also good for Bielik, nothing but net. Trying to give the Riders a 9-0 lead here early in this one. That he does. Trailblazers once again 3 minutes in, unable to get a bucket. Haven't got great looks, haven't got bad looks, just kind of contested mid-range jumpers so far. No early layups, but credit the Riders for not giving them anything easy. Ndoku with a foul committed, first foul committed by the Riders. Derby to inbound the ball on the side. Bielik now guarding up top for the Riders. Looks like the Trailblazers are going to get their first 2 points of the game. That they do. So that's Malcolm Smith, their leading scorer. He is now on the board with 2. Lead cut down to 7. Headley gets a ball screen. Gamble swings it to Ndoku, swung it to Kanu. Ball now back in Gamble's hands. Dishes it off to Headley, who stops and pops with Gamble. Finds him, low elbow jumper. It is good. So 11-2 now. Strong take right there. That is Raheem May Thompson. Gets that bucket to go. 11-4. Both teams trading buckets the last couple of possessions. Bielik comes off a screen, takes it to the hoop. Euro step layup is no good. So now is May Thompson coming the other way for the Trailblazers. He kicks it out and finds Jonas Dietrich, former Riders player, for 3. So after a slow start, Trailblazers score on 3 straight possessions. Headley finds Gamble once again. He's going to let a 3 fly and knocks it down. You like to see that if you're a Riders fan. When Gamble stretches the floor, the Riders are tough to beat. A lot of space given right there to Charlie Brown. His shot is no good, so they gave him space for a reason, saying, go ahead, shoot it. Gamble launches another 3 from the corner. Bang! Knocks that one down as well. Loughborough, 17 points in the first 5 minutes of action. Tremendous pace and enthusiasm they are playing with. The Trailblazers elect to call a timeout, and we will be back once the timeout is over. And we are back. So, look like the Riders are going to apply some full court pressure right there, but drop back in the half-court defense. Little miscommunication right there. Ball ends up in the paint for the Trailblazers. Put-back attempt by Leighton Elliott-Sewell is good. So, 17-9, 8-point lead for the Riders. Greg Wild and Claudian Muka check into the ball game for the Riders. Gamble launches a deep 3 short. Greg Wild, however, gets the rebound. Now 14 seconds left on the shot clock. Swings it over to Claudian, who gives it to Headley. Pump fakes, drives to the left, dishes it off to Gamble, who pump fakes himself and is fouled going up for a layup. He's going to be shooting 2. Chance to score 8 straight here for Gamble. Gamble had a game earlier this year where he was able to stretch the floor. And what that does, it gave the Riders guards who like to drive, especially Headley and Goodza, gave them the driving lanes to do so. So anytime he can get going, it is a great sign for the Riders. And if I might add, Gamble's rocking some nice Kobe's today. It's always been my favorite basketball shoe. So definitely want to wear some Kobe's next game too. Maybe a little superstition if Gamble keeps this up. Rebound here for Headley. Trailblazers try to answer quickly, but to no avail. Headley now pushing it. Finds Ndoku in the quarter, swings it over to Claudian Muka. He pulls a 3. No good. Trailblazers going the other way. Trailblazers with some transition offense end up with a open floater in the lane, no good. Now it's Greg Wild going the other way. Claudian Muka drives. Ball is stripped. Foul committed to stop the break. Conroy Hayden looks like he's going to check in for the Riders, getting his first minutes of the game. And at number 1, Blake Bowman for the Trailblazers, going to get his first minutes as well. Gamble takes a break after a very solid 6 minutes of action from him. Trailblazers have been looking to feed the ball inside so far today. They have hit 1 3-pointer, but doesn't seem to be their main emphasis. Headley with a great contest at the rim. However, the Trailblazers grab the offensive board, grab another one. Coach Maynard not happy with the defensive rebounding effort right there. as the Riders let up a couple. Inbounds play here for the Trailblazers. And they end up with a jumper around the elbow, which is good. Let's see what the Riders' response is after letting up a couple offensive rebounds. Claudian drives baseline, spin move, right-handed layup, banks it in. Gets the lead back up to double digits. Great move right there from Claudian. Dribble handoffs here for the Trailblazers. Drive to the lane, bank shot is good. Raheem May Thompson averages about 12 points a game. He's been pretty aggressive here thus far. Victor Ndoku looks to answer. Driving attempt stopped. Contested layup, no good. Trailblazers look to push the other way. Dribble handoff is interrupted. Turnover right there. Claudia now passes off to Headley, who's 35 feet away from the hoop. Feeds Ndoku, feeds it over to Claudian. Back to Headley now. Pump fakes it three, swings it to Claudian, lets his three-pointer fly, no good. Trailblazers once again with the rebound and are going the other way. The Trailblazers guards look to be very, very driven to get to the hoop and get some layups off. Haven't shot a whole bunch of jumpers, but clearly that is part of their game plan and their play style. Ndoku and Headley going to take a break, as is Wild. Goodza, Gamble, and Milo Gordon checking into the game for the Riders. Getting some height out on the floor. Claudian, Gamble, and Hayden's all over 6'4" for the Riders. Claudian kicks over to Milo, who just checked in. Now back in Gamble's hands. Conroy Hayden fakes a handoff to Goodza, ends up giving it to Milo. Called for a travel. I'm not the ref on the court right there, but I definitely don't agree with that one. At least we know the referee's whistle is working. It's always a good sign. Conroy now with some full court pressure. Trying to make Kane King's life difficult. Conroy Hayden with some stellar defense right there. Grabs the board, and now it is Milo Gordon pushing it up the court. Euro step here from Milo, kicks it out to Goodza, swings it over to Gamble. Back to Milo. Now in Claudian Muka's hands, he comes off a double ball screen. Kicks it over to Milo, late in the shot clock, lets a three fly, no good. Conroy Hayden goes up for the board, but it is secured by the Trailblazers. Trailblazers have been really effective here on the defensive glass, not letting second chance opportunities up. Milo Gordon deflects a pass that's being fed into the middle. Stellar defense here from the Riders, making their lives really difficult here for the Trailblazers. 3 seconds left in the shot clock. Tough jumper forced, and a foul is committed by Gamble. Not the biggest fan of the last two times these refs have blown the whistle, but that's just how the game goes. And we got Jonas Dietrich taking a break. Leighton Elliott Sewell checking back in for the Trailblazers. 2 free throws here for the Trailblazers. Two for two at the line. Lead now cut down to 6. Sorry, my apologies. Lead still 21-14. Goodza being trapped. Derby with the full court press right here. Riders got to get it up the court quickly, and turnover forced by the Trailblazers. Good idea right there to surprise the Riders with the press. 40 seconds left in the first quarter. Conroy Hayden gets driven past, and the layup goes down, 21-16. Another turnover forced here by the Trailblazers, and they end up turning that turnover into a foul opportunity. So 2 more free throws here for the Trailblazers. See if they can cut the lead down to 3. Considering the way they started this game, a 3-point deficit is something that the Trailblazers can be happy with. Took the Trailblazers 3 minutes to get on the board here, but have been pretty dominant ever since, cutting the initial 10-point lead down now to 4. So first half of the quarter, it was all Riders. Second half, all Trailblazers. People say basketball is a game of runs. That is being shown through the first quarter today. Claudia now to inbound the ball for the Riders. Headley gets it. He is trapped once again. Another turnover forced. Dunk attempt. I guess we could call that one a dunk. Might have been a rim grazer, but we'll still count it. Headley breaks the press, finds Conroy Hayden, gets a layup off of his own, and is good. So after 1 quarter of action, 23-20, Riders up 3. We will be back soon. Trailblazers with the first possession of the second quarter. Momentum definitely in their favor after a strong second half of the first quarter. Created 3 straight turnovers when they started to not only full court press but trap the inbounds pass. So speaking of turnovers, Trailblazers commit one of their own, and it is now the Riders going the other way. Claudio Muka is met at the rim but is fouled. He's going to shoot 2 free throws. Muka's first free throw, no good. Second free throw, nothing but net. Lead now back up to 4 for the Riders. They're going to do some full court pressure of their own. Riders now in a zone, which I agree with. The Trailblazers have only been trying to attack the rim, so they're saying, we're going to pack the paint, and if you shoot, that's fine with us. Rebounded strongly by Headley. He's now going the other way. Tries to force the pass to Claudian. Deflected. Going to maintain Riders' ball, though. Headley being guarded pretty heavily here. He gives it up to Hayden. Now back in Muka's hands. He swings it over to Goodza. Pump fakes. Drives the lane. Finds Gamble open for three. Beautiful pass right there for Goodza. Three-pointer, however, no good. Seems like Riders are now back in man. Both teams making some substitutions here. Bielik checking in for the Riders, and Jonas Dietrich checking in for the Trailblazers. Goodza gets a break as Bielik comes in for him. Riders look like they're now back in their 2-3 zone, but allow a cutter off the inbounds play. Layup no good, but 2 free throws coming up. At the free throw line is Leighton Elliott. First free throw is good. Second free throw good as well. Riders break the pressure. Ball now back in Bielik's hands. Looks like the Trailblazers are going to try a 2-3 zone of their own. Bielik with the 3 in the corner. Knocks it down. Beautiful action right there. If the Trailblazers are going to play zone, Bielik definitely going to have to be effective. Riders now back in man. Conroy Hayden playing some good post defense. Causes a deflection, and now it's Gamble taking it the other way. He finds Muka. Gamble now with the feed, tries to expose the mismatch. Finds a cutting Claudian Muka. His layup attempt is good. 6 points for Claudian. Gets the lead back up to 7 for the Riders. Another turnover forced there, and as the Riders try to go the other way, they are fouled. So a great couple possessions up and down here for the Riders. Headley now going the other way. Trailblazers now seems like a man press instead of the zone, which is what they were using to create the turnovers that we saw in the first quarter. Headley gets a screen from Hayden, lets the 3 fly. Bang! Knocks it down. Lead back up to double digits. Defender went very far under the screen. Headley said, "You go that far under, I will make you pay." Driving attempt on Bielik, no good. Strong defense right there from Bielik. Riders now going the other way. Claudian asks for a screen. Nearly what looked like a up and down violation right there for Gamble. However, refs do not see it. Conroy Hayden gets a putback attempt for 2 and gets the lead back up to 12. Trailblazers try to answer right there with a strong drive attempt, but is swatted by Headley. Beautiful defensive effort right there. Seems like all the momentum is now in the Riders' favor. Inbounds play here for the Trailblazers. Ball up top. Another driving attempt. Pull-up jumper is good for Raheem May Thompson. I can't emphasize enough, this Trailblazers team wants to get into the paint, whether they're shooting some jumpers or they're trying to get some layups off, but that is clearly how they play. Headley given another 10 feet of space, says, "I'll knock it down again. You keep giving me those open looks." Campbell guarding at the free throw line. Ndoku's turn to guard now. That he does. Pump fake right there. Ndoku tries to take a charge. Ref says no, sir, and the 2 will count. Headley now drives to the left, finds Claudian, who drives baseline. Finds Bielik, who's going to let a 3 fly. Just rims out. Good looking 3-point attempt right there. Thought that one was going down for sure. Trailblazers get in the paint once again. Rebounded by Gamble after the missed shot. I don't think I've ever seen a team get into the paint as much as they do and force layups and pull-up jumpers up. In this day of basketball, we often see a lot of three-pointers. Speaking of three-pointers, Gamble lets one fly, which is short. But in this day and age of basketball, we see a lot more threes taken than mid-ranges and layups. But this Trailblazers team says we are going old school. Speaking of old school, strong move right there for Leighton Elliott-Sewell, and that will bring us to a timeout. 5 minutes, 23 seconds left. Riders up by 8 in the second quarter. Okay, so Riders bringing it back up the floor after that timeout taken. Headley checks back into the game. Dwayne Arija making an appearance as well. Gamble gets the ball in the paint. Turnaround hook shot, no good. Trailblazers looking to push the other way. Get in the paint once again. Layup is good. That's Malcolm Smith right there. Averages nearly 27 points a game. Not his strongest first half ever, but he's going to get a chance to add to that point tally after that sloppy Riders turnover. If you're a coach, those are the ones that you just simply can't live with. Let's see if they can force a turnover of their own. Riders giving the Trailblazers a bunch of space, saying shoot your outside jumpers. Malcolm Smith, elbow jumper, no good. That was Headley who finds Gamble. Now back in Headley's hands, comes off the screen. Ndoku swings it around to Bielik, who gives Gamble a touch. He's trying to exploit the mismatch once again. Turns to his left shoulder, fadeaway jumper, good. That was a mix of Dirk Nowitzki and Kobe Bryant-esque right there. Backing the defender down, getting enough space to shoot the turnaround jumper. Speaking of jumpers, Jonas Dietrich gets that one to go. Good action so far through these first 16 minutes of play. Both teams playing aggressive. Substitution here, Kanagudza's checking into the game. He's going to give Dwayne Orja a break. Trailblazers with a substitution as well. Blake Bowman checking in. Headley with the rock. Gets a screen from Gamble. Bielik comes off. Drives to the lane, left-handed layup, good. Strong take right there. Is he a shooter? Yes. Can he do more? Absolutely. As he just showed right there. Jonas shoots a three, rebounded by the Trailblazers. Jonas seemed to be the only one on this team that has a green light from three. Take that back. Blake Bowman lets that one go from three and knocks it down. Lead cut down to 5. Headley with a strong take, gets poked out. Trailblazers going the other way with some fury. Ndoku with a great stop right there. Trailblazers still picking up full court man. Headley seems to handle that pressure well. He comes off a screen set by Gamble. Gamble drives to the left. Looked like he was going to take a step back jumper for a second. Passes it up though. Headley now with a driving attempt. Swings it over to Goodza, who drives and finds Ndoku. Beautiful pass right there. And Ndoku gets that layup to go. Beautiful driving dish right there. Gamble now guarding Smith, who turns a fadeaway, shoots a fadeaway jumper. Goodza now bringing the ball up the court. Beautiful spin move in between two defenders. Finds Bielik in the corner, who swings it back to Kanu, but has stepped out of bounds. We're going to have a timeout taken with 2.5 minutes left. We will be back shortly. Two minutes, 20 seconds left in this first half. Good passing right here from the Trailblazers. Ends up in a contested three. Rebounded by Ndoku, who dishes it off to Gamble. Gives it to Headley. Drives the lane. Ndoku grabs his miss. Goes to put back. Contact there. No foul called. Floater attempt right there for the Trailblazers, no good. Minute 45 left now. Riders up 7. Goodza now with the ball at the top of the key. Gamble comes off a screen set by Ndoku. Goodza gets it back now. Stop and pop jumper, no good. Goodza guarding his man pretty heavily. Bielik switches on to him now. Aggressive screen set right there from Smith. Goodza fights around it a little too aggressively. Foul called. Claudian Muka checks back into the ball game for Victor Ndoku. Jumper is missed by Raheem Thompson. Good action there, though, by the Trailblazers, setting him off a double screen. Riders look to push in transition after that miss. Three-pointer in the corner is off by Goodson. Now Trailblazers coming back the other way. 50 seconds left in the first half. Aggressive drive right there, stuffed by Bielik. Bielik now gets the ball at the wing, swings it over to Gamble. Now back in Headley's hands. He pulls a three and knocks it down. Lead now back up to 10, 45-35. Headley hitting 3 jumpers here in the second quarter. Big buckets from him. He's been rebounding really well as well. Speaking of that, grabs another board. 20 seconds left. The Riders will hold 4-1. 11 seconds left now. Headley's going to look to attack soon. This he does. 7 seconds left. Drives right to left crossover. Shoots another jumper and rattles that one home. Lead now up to 12. And that is the lead the Riders are going to take in the halftime. 47-35. Good first 2 quarters of action. We will see you guys in the second half. Okay, so we are back. Harrison Campbell gets a free throw before the third quarter starts. There's a technical right before halftime. It's going to be Headley bringing up the court for the Riders. He feeds it off to Ndoku. Now Bielik. Back to Headley. A lot of movement here from the Riders. He looks to keep being aggressive after a really good first half. A little too aggressive right there. Ball going to go down in the Trailblazers' hands. Charlie Brown bringing it up the floor for the Trailblazers. Pass deflected right there off the Riders' hands. Gonna stay with the Trailblazers. Bounce play. Now Malcolm Smith with the ball. Being guarded by Gamble. Turnaround jumper, no good. Headley gave it up and gets it back. Gives it up again, gets it back. A little too much right there. Harrison Gamble and Headley going back and forth right there. Couldn't connect the turnover. Ball can go down in the Trailblazers' hands. Charlie Brown bringing it up once again. That goes with the guarded a little too heavily right there by Ndoku. Trailblazers try to get a quick look at the inbound play. However, the Riders were ready. Gamble towards Smith once again. Strong take, no good. Rebound by Brown. Ball never hit the rim. Shot clock violation. Riders with some really good defensive stops this half. Trailblazers pick up their court pressure once again. Headley broke the man pressure pretty well in the first half. It was the zone that gave the Riders a little bit of trouble. Beautiful block right there. Spin move and a travel. I agree with that one. After the spin move, player took an extra step. Cannot do that, so ball back with the Riders. Good now, looks to bring it up. But it's inbounded to Ndoku. Now back to Headley. Gamble with it at the top of the key. Gets Headley. Pushes back to Gamble. Pump fakes it three. They gotta respect that now after his good first half. Headley comes off the screen. 4 seconds after the shot clock. Does it with it. Gonna have to force one up. Is tripped. I guess he was not tripped. We've seen he fell on his own. So it's going to be Trailblazers with the ball.